All right. Hey, everybody. We are here with the original cast of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hello.
Your entertainment tonight. We've got Cam Clark and
What?
Townsend Coleman, Barry Gordon, Rob Paulson, and Renee Jacobs. They're all here, folks. We've got them all. We're going to have Ian on this side right here and Ash on this side. They're going to do the moderating tonight, and they're going to take you through a little bit of time and reminisce with the original cast of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. How is it?
Are they still alive?
Turtles live a long time, baby.
A few.
No, it's just my career that's died.
Yeah, it's the teenage senior. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, have a great time. Ash, Ian,
Thanks, buddy.
it's all yours.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Ian.
All right.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Great.
God.
Groovy, man.
Awesome.
We're
Thanks
happening.
for being here.
Great
Freaking
cup.
Yeah.
very, very excited to be co-hosting this with Ash over here. We talk about the Turtles quite a bit in our conversations. In fact, he texted me and let me know about the new game
I was
coming
gonna
out.
say- Ian, look at you've got the ooze over your left shoulder.
I do actually.
Yes. Tell the TCRI. I
Yeah.
love that.
About
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I
Wow.
I grew up watching you guys. You know that
Well,
you guys are my Turtles.
Thank you, buddy.
Well,
know?
that's
Very kind, as long as you didn't throw up watching us.
Oh,
It's kind of a weird, for me, it's like a great reunion because I've been lucky enough, to grow up in and around the voice acting community. So these are people that I've seen throughout my childhood, and it's just wonderful to see you all again. And I think the last time I saw some of you, at least, was at my dad's book signing a couple of years ago.
That's
yeah.
what it was.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Um,
Did you say a couple
Isn't
of
that
years
great?
ago? No,
It was,
like
right?
Well, it's a year.
Wow,
and,
I guess.
almost a year and a half. Year and a
Year and a
half.
half.
Man.
Wow.
Wow.
I
right.
know.
Yeah. And Ash,
It
I'm
goes so
still
fast.
planning on calling you, dude. So sorry about that.
I would love that. No worries. I know how it goes. Totally get it. Yeah.
That's great.
But Ian is right. We do constantly talk about the Ninja Turtles and all their incarnations in the old cartoon, as well as the new cartoons, the movies, the games, which is kind of what I specialize in. I work in the game industry. And it's funny because a lot of people assume that I only like the Turtles because of my dad. He's like, oh, your dad, people are like, your dad's two turtles. You have to like them.
which is so
No, I
not the
don't
case.
have
It's
to.
hilarious.
That's not, I just love the Turtles anyway.
Yeah.
That
It's
would
just-
give
it's an
him
awesome
free rein.
perk.
That would give Ash free reign to hate the turtles. Oh,
Right.
Dad!
That's true.
My
Yeah.
dad's a turtle. You're embarrassing. It's so embarrassing, Dad.
Embarrassing.
that was like my kids when they were little.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's.
I know,
I still
uh,
say that about you, Tony.
I know you do. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Ian has been able to, kind of school me on some of the aspects of the Turtles I didn't know about. Like I had no idea there was a Batman crossover
Oh
with
yeah.
the Ninja Turtles, and so he told me that, and I had to watch that movie, and
Yeah.
it was awesome. And yeah,
Yeah. No,
I
there's
don't-
been a couple now.
right.
How many different? Do you guys know how many different animated iterations of the show there have been now?
I think
Let's
it's
see.
four now, right?
Is it
So
four?
it
OG.
depends if you count the 2000s version as two series or one, because they had they were in the modern time and then they jumped to the future.
Well,
Oh,
there
they did.
was our show, and
Right.
then the next TV version was that the 2000?
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah,
that was right.
Yeah.
That was the
Then
2000s.
yours.
Okay.
Then the one that you were in. Then the one you did.
Well, there was
Going
a
on big
2003 one, right? There was a 2003 one as well.
Well, so the 2003 one, if I'm not mistaken, was a continuation of the 2001, but
Oh,
they called
okay,
it a
right.
different show because they went to the future and it was like totally different supporting cast and
I see.
all that jazz.
Okay,
You mean
yeah,
there
and then-
were
then
there
the-
were actually other ones besides ours?
That's
how
what the
dare
internet
they?
tells me when I
No.
search it.
That's something.
Right.
Do you mean
Um,
other actors are? Do you mean other actors get paid for?
And sometimes
Isn't
the
it just
same
about me?
actor gets paid twice.
How about that? Who'd have thought?
Right.
Well, if you check it out on the internet, you know it's true.
That's true.
It's
Exactly.
true. I read it
Exactly.
on the
Right.
Who would
Wikipedia.
lie on the internet? Nobody lies on the internet.
No.
No.
That just never happens.
Without
So yeah, there
question.
were those two, and then there was the first Nickelodeon series where you
Right.
was on
Oh,
a
right.
fellow dad, and then there was Rise
And
of
then
the
the
TMNT.
Rise of TMNT, and I'll probably
Which
come
was
up
the
with
one
another
that you directed, right?
Right. And I think they're doing a. I think they're doing another. Is it Seth Rogen? Who's
Yeah,
doing
Seth
the
Rogen's
movie?
behind a new film. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you
heard
going to
of that.
write the
Okay.
next one? Because you've acted in them, Rob. You've
Why not?
directed them. Are you going to write the next one? Or,
It's
yeah.
easy. It's big.
And then
How hard
produce
can
them.
it be? Yeah.
And then buy the franchise.
Oh,
and when put us back on Nickelodeon or something.
Let me
would
tell you, when I heard that Viacom,
Yeah.
who owns Nickelodeon and everything else, Paramount, when I heard that Viacom bought the whole, I mean, lock, stock, and turtle van
Yeah.
for $60 million. Now, look,
Do we get
I know
any of that?
Townie has, well, no, but Townie has that under the front seat of the Bentley. But when you think about it, I mean, if I had known that and I had any expertise, I mean, even a little, I would have called everybody I know to say, who do you have? Who do you, friend-wise, let's find 20 people with, a few million bucks. They made their first $100 million on the first toy batch.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, 60 million bucks for that franchise. Kevin Eastman told me 2 years ago at Comic-Con that to date, at that time, that the franchise in terms of stuff, swag, action figures,
Right.
$6 billion with a B.
Wow.
That's wild.
I mean,
Wow.
it takes
Do you know how long
Wild.
it takes me to make that kind of money?
that takes you 4 years, 4 years to make that much money, maybe
Yeah,
5
right.
on a bad year.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, 60 million bucks for that franchise? Jesus Christ, that's just astonishing.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Yeah,
It's
60,
the
60 million
longevity
is
of it.
bargain basement. That's
Mhm.
that's unbelievable.
I mean, it
Well,
speaks to
there
the
is
longevity of the
something very-
characters. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and there's something there's some sort of, I feel like there's like a je ne sais quoi quality to TMNT that makes it endure regardless of generation. It's just
Yeah.
something that appeals across generations in new
Yeah.
incarnations. And it's just something I feel like even if it's continuously rebooted,
Yeah.
there are so many stories that can be told in such an
Yeah.
interesting universe with
Well,
such great
yeah.
characters.
Especially with the archetypes your characters play. They're very cross-generational. I feel like someone can relate to each of the turtles, whether you are a little bit more, nerdy, or you are a little bit more sporty, or you are a little bit more smart-assy, or, I feel like
I'm waiting for Leonardo to be binary.
I mean,
Hey.
that's
Never know.
we could do the hashtag. We'll start.
I
the
don't think you
hashtag.
have to wait very long.
I know. Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, I hear, have been
Nice.
retired.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No more Mr. and Mrs.
I know.
Just Potato Head,
Yeah.
right?
Gotta
Which-
go
Hashtag-
there.
Which I never understood because the parts all interchange anyway. I mean, like I have a Darth
Just
Vader
like
one.
on cam.
I exchange
Exactly.
parts with Rob.
All the time.
Mhm.
All the time. And most of the time it's legal. And I'm very grateful for that.
Most of the time.
Parts is parts.
No, I mean, the number of times that all of us have, and honestly, this is the thing that is so remarkable about this franchise, is not only that we've all gotten to stay healthy and see what's happened, and here we are again, but I mean, we have 30 plus years of friendship just on this show.
Yeah.
And we can go a year, we can go a couple of years. Sometimes I didn't see Townie for a long time when he was the voice of NBC because he was working 24 hours a day. And then we thank God for all these conventions and all the fact that Turtle Mania has never really gone away.
But
And we find ourselves again doing it
But it
with
was
the
you.
people
But it
we
was
love.
you.
It's-
but
wanting
you
us on your
rekindled the
podcast.
friendship when
Yeah, yeah.
we all got together for Talking Tunes.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
was
that's
it. 'Cause
when
Robbie,
and it was after that you contacted us and said, you guys interested in doing cons?
Is that when we
because
went
that
out
was
to
the first
dinner?
time that we all got together. Yeah, at a restaurant over in North Hollywood.
Oh my
That's right.
God.
That was the
That's
first time
right.
we'd seen each
I
other
just
since
now
we
I haven't
stopped
thought of
doing
that.
the
That's so
series.
just now.
That's
Oh
Cas
my
de
God.
Sol, I think it was.
It-
Cas del
Oh, that's
Sol.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But regardless, it's such a cool thing
Yeah.
to be able to sit here with my boy and my friend Ian and all these friends of mine I've had for getting on 35 years. And then we get to go around the country and maybe the world and see how people react, cry, shake, and it's all joyful. Talk about a gift. I don't even,
Yeah,
it's
for
mind
sure.
blowing that we get to do this together.
really is.
I'm blown away. So thanks for having us.
Oh no, thanks for doing this. And actually, we have a question specifically for Renee.
Oh,
Specifically for so
Are you married?
We had a lot of those, but we choose other questions. We feel like you
I get those questions all the time.
So,
yeah.
You're my first girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, it really though, as the first person to, all of you are, but to bring the characters off the page for the first time, Renee specifically being like the gal of the group, and really everyone trying to, all of you are the bar to most people in regards to the characters, and to, see all of these awesome actresses kind of follow you and almost try to reach your bar. How does that feel? And like, is it, it's a really cool experience. How is the interaction with the fans and the young, women and stuff like that who are kind of like look up to the character as a role model?
That's a really lovely question. Well, I do get a lot of guys coming up and saying, "You were my first crush," and as long as it goes that far, that's fine. But I think the most wonderful aspect of being April is I get a lot of young women who come up and say, if not for April, I don't know if I'd be alive, or I wouldn't have felt confident to go into the military or to pursue my dreams of whatever it was they were interested in. That's the most amazing part of knowing, and I know we all feel this way, and we had no idea how we were affecting people's lives. It's all the other actresses that came along. They all did a lovely job. I'm so honored and pleased to have been the first April O'Neil, and hopefully, in everybody's hearts, the only April O'Neil.
That should be your autobiography title.
Yeah.
The first,
right.
The first April O'Neil.
No, this is what it should be. I was your first. ...
Oh, yeah.
April O'Neil.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm sending you to the back of the line, Rob Paulsen.
That's right, honey. Wouldn't be the first time. That's great. And we all, it is fantastic. Thanks, bud.
No, seriously. All of you are the first, goes at the characters. And like I said, to me specifically, and I know plenty of people, I speak for them, and, Ash as well, you guys are the bar in which everyone has to hit. So.
Well, thanks, pal.
Thank you very much.
It's been a hell of a ride.
Yep.
Well, and I think it
ain't over yet.
Right? Well, and I think it speaks to how fantastic and adaptable these characters are, that, there have been so many incarnations of them since, with different actors playing them. And yet the original, the original incarnation that the four of you voiced still endures to this day. And people just melt when they hear any of you doing any of these lines.
Well, Renee touched on it. And I don't know, you guys, every time we're together with an audience, we all have moments where we discuss, oh my God, did you see that little family? Or did you see that young man who said, like Renee, but for Ninja Turtles, my life would have been in the dumper, and it never, folks, it is never not overwhelming to us.
Yeah.
And I clearly have no trouble talking, but when I think about this, it's like Renee said, we had no idea until we got to go do these live events. It's not about money, not about ratings, action figures. It's a pure expression of joy that drives grown men to tears and women when they talk about how critical this show was to them. And now they share it with their children. It's like you said, Ash, it's virtually timeless. And grandchildren. Totally. No, it's nuts. And you're right. The other thing that Kevin Eastman talks about a lot is, because the show is so endearing and so adaptable, Ash, is the number of artists, and we see them at every event we go to.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. Right, Barry? We see people whose work, these are folks who are hustling to try to sell an incredible one-off of Donatello for $25. And you look at it and you go, how come you're not working for Pixar or Disney or whatever? They're itinerant artists going to these conventions, but they have a cottage industry of their interpretations of Ninja Turtles. The inspiration alone from this franchise that has driven other people to do their fine art is mind-blowing.
Yeah, the fan art is amazing, isn't it?
So true.
Oh, Townie. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Crazy.
Also, too, some of the stuff your guys' specifically your guys' show dealt with, introduced people to other things. Like, my first introduction to like the Three Musketeers was from an episode of your guys' show, when Leo gets amnesia and basically thinks he's D'Artagnan.
I remember that.
So Cam, I got to ask you, if Leo were to get amnesia again, in any fictional book or setting, which character would you pick that Leo would have to be in that amnesia state?
The vampire Lestat.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
Which book, though?
The first.
Shades of Grey.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because sometimes he's more like that, and sometimes he's more like Jared Leto.
50 Shades of Leonardo.
Yeah. Now you're talking.
The internet just broke. Oh man. So Townsend, the show, I mean, you guys all know this, but the show next year is the 35th anniversary of the show.
What? Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. I know.
That means, wait a minute, that means Renee's going to be 43.
42. It's okay.
42. Honey. Amazing.
So I got to ask, what do you think Michelangelo is doing at 35? Even though I know he's older than that now, but you know what I mean. What do you think he's doing next year when like 35 years?
Yeah, I think he's probably begging Elon Musk to go to Mars. Yeah, Michelangelo, I mean, he's just into new adventures. He's just into anything that is new and exciting. And so he's just looking for the next great wave, the next great ride, the next great surfboard, skateboard, you name it.
Spoken like a true Michelangelo. It's all about the ride, bro.
So I mean, it's like truly, it's a matter of like going to Mr. Musk's house, knocking on his door, and say, "Excuse me, sir, I'd like to go to Mars."
You're already there, son. Yeah.
I hear they have great pizza on Mars.
I was going to ask about that. Has Michelangelo thought about the pizza situation?
Yeah. Nice. Whoa, wait a minute. What? There's no pizza on Mars?
Really not.
Well, are there anchovies on Mars?
That might be the one thing that is on Mars, actually. So Barry, question for you. If your Donatello was here now, what do you think his favorite piece of technology would be that he gets to probably interact with on like a day-to-day basis? It just fascinates him.
I think it would be the QB.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. I think it would be the QB. I think, because, if he was here now, he wouldn't be getting as much exercise as he did then. So, he could sit and, and think great thoughts and just keep, moving on the QB. I think he'd really love the QB.
Being QT on the QB. Yeah.
You guys are way past me. What is the QB?
I had to look that up just now as well.
I'm glad you asked, you guys, because I'm going.
The QB is the thing.
QB.
The QB, you put it's for people who want to binge watch television and get exercise. And so what you do is you sit on your sofa, and it's down there, and it's like moving like a bicycle, and you just move your feet, and you just do that for hours at a time until your legs get sore.
Does that generate the power to keep the screen on?
I think it could. You see, I think Donatello could find a way to do that. That's why I'm excited about the potential of the QB, which I don't think has been really realized in terms of energy. I really think we can do something with that.
I'm using my QB right now.
Get your hands off that QB.
And you're soaking in it. And that's enough of that. Yeah.
I feel like it's Michelangelo who would need it the most, though, because of all the turtles, he's probably still the one eating the most pizza and probably the one spending the least time exercising, I would think.
That's right. And at 35, it starts to show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I remember
Michelangelo that. It's Michelangelo with.
Notice how we cut away so quickly.
No, I'm good. Why?
Speaking of the how the 35th anniversary and the Turtles' love for pizza, I just found out recently that there are pizza, or at least one Pizza Hut out there that is still accepting the free personal pan pizza coupon that came with the old Ninja Turtles game on the old Nintendo, on the original Nintendo. Yeah, he's like a store manager who made an exception and said, you know what, if you still have your old NES box of Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game with the free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut, bring it in, and you can still redeem
your
it.
Mother. And your mother, because she has to drive you still.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Right.
I wish the grocery store down the street
for you.
Be great.
Right.
Ash, where's this Pizza Hut?
I honestly, I don't know. It was an anecdote that came up in a recent show on Good Vibes Gaming. I don't know who it is, or where it is, but I would like to know. I think it's great.
Be something to call that guy up or record a little thing and say, hey, I understand you're taking the coupons. We want a taste of that, man.
I feel like it's got to be in New York.
Yeah.
Possibly. Yeah, it should be. It should be.
That's pretty cool. God, what
I think the coupon is probably worth more than the pizza.
You are right. The game it comes in. Yeah. Right. Like if we have the box unopened.
People bring their often people tell us they're coming. Why did my screen just all of a sudden go dark?
Well, we lost Barry too. I mean, Barry's off working as QB.
Yeah, might have been working too hard. Yeah, we're trying to get him back in.
Are you plugged in to power?
I'm good.
Dad? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's see if I can. Can you guys?
Yes,
still see
son.
Me?
Yeah, I can see.
Son. All right.
Dad.
Anyway.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I can't see you guys anymore, but
that's weird.
What?
Huh.
Oh no, here I can. Okay.
Just call Donnie.
No, but we do see. Yeah, really, we do see people all the time who bring, whether they bought on eBay or hang on to it. But I've had people say, "Here's my original Raphael action figure from Playmates." 1989, 1990, and I found it on eBay and I paid $400 for it, but $400, and the original sticker like a 99 cents or $1.29.
Right.
And they have become, well, I mean, it's clear. I know it's just mind blowing to me.
Oh, yeah, I have from your guys' series. They were little things that you pulled the legs together and they flipped out armor from the shells.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're around here somewhere in a box.
Cam does that.
I can still do that. Yeah.
I know.
That's impressive. People would pay to see that.
They do.
And they do 25 cents an hour.
Right. 10 cents a dance is what they pay.
Yep.
That's a lot of gumballs right there.
That's right.
There's a lot of gumballs. So Rob, question directly for you now. It's your turn. So, two of your other characters that are, obviously very iconic just made their return over on Hulu with Animaniacs and Pinky and the Brain coming back. So if Raphael were to meet Yakko, how do you think that would play out?
I think Yakko would beat him like a rented mule. And he'd be very happy. And you'll like it. I'm going to slap you around and you're going to like it. That's a good question. I think Yakko would ask Raphael if he could sing all of the favorite pizzas of the world, and Raphael would be lost after the first one.
Pepperoni.
That's it.
I think I can say for sure that whoever else was present for that would never get a word in, because of both Raphael and Yakko's penchant for just talking. Both characters are known for talking and quipping and being.
And if Rob is there as well, forget about it.
Yeah,
right.
Impossible. I only, as I said about my child, I only open my mouth to change feed, and I do it all the time. But thank you very much for asking.
Yeah, Ash, I feel sorry for you, man, having to grow up with.
Oh no, it's been a lot of fun. I have to say it's been a blast growing up around and alongside it, and yeah,
I'll bet it
definitely.
Yeah,
I love my boy. Isn't that
why
nice?
not?
How about
that? To keep that going, Dad, I have another question for you about a TMNT episode that stayed with me over the years. And Renee, this kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier about how April, as the main female character in Ninja Turtles, has inspired so many female fans who have talked to you, and I think that's awesome. Unfortunately, beyond April, there's Irma, and Irma's awesome. But beyond those two, this is not a show that was really known for having a lot of prominent female characters. And so this kind of goes back into what I was going to ask, I guess, a little bit of both of you. But I always loved the episode Raphael meets his match. And this is an episode where he meets Mona Lisa, a female mutant. She's like a lizard. And they're clearly meant to be love interests.
Was that Pat?
It was Pat Music, yeah.
Oh,
who is the mother of the beautiful Mae Whitman, whom you guys know.
Oh, I didn't. Well, small world. I didn't realize that.
That's right. That's Mae's mother.
So not only did I think they were adorable together, and I wanted to see more of her, but she struck me as a cool, capable female character who wasn't over sexualized or anything. And I was just wondering, do you have any specific memories of that episode? And did anything ever get back to either of you about people saying they love the character? Was there ever any talk about bringing her back? Anything like that? She only appeared the one time.
That's right. No, it's interesting you say that. There are certain episodes that people really remember, like anything. And I have to say that I've seen so many little girls dress up as Mona Lisa. Now,
really,
truthfully, I don't necessarily know it because I don't remember all the time, but people say, "Hey, Mr. Paulson, I'm Mona Lisa and I know exactly what they're talking about."
That's amazing.
And it really is amazing. And I'll tell you what, and I know this absolutely factually, is that when Turtles, ostensibly being a little boys action adventure show, because of the strength of Renee's character and Mona Lisa, and there was also
Irma.
Irma, with Jennifer Darling. And the decision in the 2012 version to make April a peer instead of like a big sister and have a romantic interest and all of that was specifically designed to take advantage of the fact that lots of girls loved Turtles and they loved the whole experience. They emulated April, but they also wanted to be a badass ninja warrior type person.
Which modern April is,
Totally. So 20 years on, or 20, whatever it was when they did the 2012 version, they specifically wanted April and females characters to be much more important, empowered, all of those things. And it worked like a freaking charm. And April O'Neil in that iteration was Pat Music's daughter, Mae Whitman.
Get out.
Oh, wow.
That's what a great full circle.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
And I remember talking to Patty about how proud she was that Mae was involved in Ninja Turtles, because Patty has gotten to the place now because of the internet and IMDb where people say, "Oh my God, I know it was one episode, but we just love your character, Ms. Music." Right. So the female part of the show was absolutely cultivated as a result of Renee and Jennifer and Pat being strong characters and trying to be more focused on the female relationships that the Turtles had. It was absolutely a result of Renee and the other ladies.
You know that
nice.
Before April O'Neil, the characters that I played were always little creatures or little fairies or little animals. And I think that April O'Neil was the first human, strong, real person in animation that I can remember, at least in our shows that were on, Saturday mornings. Mm-hmm. And that was amazing to be able to play a real person and have that kind of effect.
Well, don't forget about Strawberry Shortcake. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
There's some superpower.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's actually my stripper name, which Cam knows, because I got it from Cam. Yeah.
Well, one thing that I thought was really cool to see is that in the trailer for the new Ninja Turtles beat 'em up video game they just announced literally last week, it's based on the old cartoon, all your versions of the characters. But there's a little, and I know Ian and Dad, you've both seen this. There's a little bit where April holding her camera, her news camera the whole time, delivers a pretty mean roundhouse kick to some foot soldiers. Dude. So they've like repurposed her. It's the same character, but she's now a fighter, and it suggests she might be playable, and I think that's the coolest thing.
Oh, and the thing that struck me, and maybe Ian and Ash agree, you guys have to see this because it is our look, our TM, the original TMNT look, but juiced up. That is to say, a finer point on the artwork. It's kind of not dissimilar to what they've done with Animaniacs. They are absolutely recognizable, but they're updated, and it is badass. I'm telling you, it is so nostalgic. At the same time, it just pops.
It's really cool,
and it looks like new, old Turtles. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's called Shredder's Revenge.
Oh, cool! You guys got to see this trailer. It's so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the really cool things recently for me is, having, friends having kids now and, like cousins who are younger who were introduced to the Turtles through newer versions and getting to introduce them to your guys' versions.
Yeah.
Because maybe like a handful of years ago, they put out a box set that was the Turtle Van with all the DVDs.
Yeah, right? Ash has got it.
And so when he was,
I'm still hoping to get.
Yeah.
But it was cool because he was telling me how much he loved the Turtles, and I was like, "Oh, you haven't seen the Turtles?" He's like, "No, I've seen." I'm like, "No, you haven't seen the Turtles."
So
I was over there and I brought it over to him, and actually, I need to get it back. I haven't gotten it back. It's been like 2 years now, and I need to get that back. But it's cool because it works both ways. When a franchise like your guys' franchise, you have those people who it's almost Star Wars in the sense that there's people who are the prequels are Star Wars to them. But then they see the original and they're like, whoa, and I feel like that happens a lot, with franchises like the Turtles as well, especially ones that live so long and have so many different iterations.
What I was wondering, I'm back, by the way.
Hi, Bear.
I'm on my iPad now, so I look a little bit
working
like
on your Quibi, right?
In a Jean-Luc Godard movie. But anyway, but I am back. So
Jean-Luc Godard, I love that.
And maybe one of you guys can tell me, because someone asked me and I didn't have an answer, which was, are our Turtles versions streaming anywhere? Are we on demand anywhere? Because
I've seen us.
So you can purchase episodes on YouTube, Amazon Prime, Vudu, if I'm not mistaken, but not on any of the like Netflix.
Not on a subscription.
Well, I have a feeling that, as far as I know, Viacom owns the whole catalog.
So do you think we'll end up on Paramount Plus?
I think so. I have a feeling it'll be on Paramount Plus. Right now, the 2012 iteration with Seth and me and Sean and Greg is on Hulu, or it used to be. Wasn't that right, Ash? It was on Hulu.
I think it's still. Right? I thought it was Netflix, but it's one of the two, and I think it's still there.
Okay, so
I think it's still
I don't
there,
know.
yeah.
I have a feeling it'll slide over to Paramount Plus, but I certainly don't know. I mean, Animaniacs is on Hulu, which is owned by Disney, instead of being on HBO Max, which is where all the other Warner Brothers stuff is. So it's so incestuous now, but I do think that it will probably end up streaming somewhere. And we've all, talked about this before, because still in all, as much as everybody loves all the franchises to some extent, everybody goes right back. Ian was talking about his friend who had never seen the original ones. Everybody goes back to it. And I'm kind of being redundant about what I mentioned earlier, but how wonderful is it, you guys, to have lived so that we can see this and go, oh my God, frankly, because until the advent of all this and conventions and stuff, I just forgot about it. I didn't forget about Turtles, and obviously we've remained friends, and it was great to say, oh my God, I saw Townsend. Oh my God, Renee, hi, beep, beep, hi. But as a result of all this, we've really gotten to see the extent to which this has become part of the fabric of pretty much the pop culture of the world. It's crazy. It was heartbreaking, but I saw a little boy probably a year ago in a video from Syria and one of those brutal camps. What is it?
Oh, wow.
Turtle shirt on. And it was probably the only shirt he ever had, but he was wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt at a refugee camp in Syria. I mean, at the very same time that it's heartbreaking, it's remarkable.
That's amazing.
To see that. It's way bigger than a cartoon show, kids. Amazing.
Well, the Turtles are one of those, may the force be with you type things where you imagine
somebody.
Yes. And I feel like, that would, to not to just sway away, but to lighten the subject a wee bit, sway away, but stay on the same topic, being so known. The word was there and then it left me, so I just switched it. So, being that the Turtles are so well known, I got to ask Townsend, if Michelangelo could go hang out with any celebrity, like night on the town, any celebrity, who would it be?
Wow. That's oh man. I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I would say maybe this seem maybe a little obscure, but Dustin Hoffman, if it was an actor type celebrity. Actually, I was joking earlier, but honestly, right now it would be Elon Musk.
That's very remarkable. Not a bad choice.
I mean, that guy he fascinates me. And to spend even just, 5-10 minutes with a guy, just to like look at his face and go, what is in there?
Yeah.
It would be Elon Musk.
But
that's it.
What would be most fascinating to me, Tony, is that if I watched you meeting Elon Musk, he would lose his shit that he was talking to Michelangelo. He would. He would probably would. I don't think that would be an unsafe bet. That's what's so amazing about this.
So, Cam, question for you.
Yes.
Now. If Leo couldn't be the leader of the Turtles, and he couldn't be a ninja, and he couldn't use his sword, what would he go and do?
I think macrame. Maybe some needle pointing.
Decoupage.
Decoupage. Yes. Maybe pottery. Maybe he'd get a wheel like they did in Ghost.
Oh.
So
and April O'Neil
is going to be something crafty and artistic.
Yeah.
It's going to be something crafty and artistic because Cam is one of the most artistic guys I know.
Without question.
I mean, listen, I'm dead serious.
He is.
Thank you.
I mean, he's a cartoonist. He's an artist. He's got an eye that just kills me. He's a singer.
Remember when we got to go see Cammy's one-man show a few years ago?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. Thank you,
Cammy,
guys, for being so supportive.
Oh, my God. You lit that up. We were a mess for the most beautiful reasons. You put on a brave, killer show. And
Thank
those
you,
of us who know and love you to watch that was really remarkable, Cam. You're a remarkable talent.
Oh, my word.
Cam, is it available can you see it on YouTube?
Yeah, well, funny you should ask.
Great.
That was a good plug, Renee.
That was my next question, yeah.
Well done, Renee.
Yeah, if you go to Cam Clark Voices, my page, it's one of the things there. You can watch.
Then you know what, folks? Fans, do yourselves a favor. It is really cool. It is
we'll share the link.
And
cool.
Inspirational, and you will understand why when you watch it. It's really good.
Yeah, we can include the link in the video description below, on YouTube. So yeah.
And everybody has to get your book, Rob. It is incredible. Voice Lessons. It's
Thank you.
The most beautiful, amazing book. It just
thank you,
fills
Renee.
your heart.
I was going to call it the Brothers Karamazov, but I figured that was a little ostentatious. And it is a multi-purpose book because, as Cam has shown many people, he doesn't read. So, and he doesn't know how to work the audiobooks, but he's got a copy and he's got a table in his living room that's wonky. Put it right under that leg, and that table is as flat as
a rock.
It's perfect. So it is a multi-purpose
I was hoping
book.
you didn't see that.
No. I get it. It was designed that way. It's the perfect height to fix a bad table leg.
Well, yeah, because it's only 8 pages long.
Exactly. It's all large type with the magic marker. But no, thank you, Renee. That's very
There
sweet.
it is.
There you go. Jeff's showing it right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, Voice Lessons, man. It is an excellent book.
By the way, Jeffrey, did you see what the title is?
Yes.
Voice Lessons. How the Ninja Turtles, Pinky, and an Animaniac saved my life. It's right there on the title page, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. I don't know if I came in at a good or a bad time. I like all the plugs. I love how much you guys love each other, but the visual of April O'Neil and Leonardo and pottery is going to burn in my brain. I don't know if I like that.
Good.
I was here. I am the bad news. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
We're just getting started.
Let's do it again.
Boy, if I could save time in a bottle.
Ash, thank you to all of you beautiful, wonderful people who have just made everybody's life better and had a cartoon that has truly just stood the test of time. We want to say thanks a lot. Thanks for your time, and hopefully we can do this all again soon.
Yes,
I'd
love that.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Sounds great.
Look at a con near you. We're going to come see you guys.
Woo-hoo!
Thanks again.
Woo-hoo!
Bye, guys.
Can we do
Bye,
our
everybody.
thing?
I love you all. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Barry.
Here we go.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Turtle
Power!